Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to Politics with Riley King. Let's begin. First up, remembering John McCain. Let's take a listen to the video and report. Good morning, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to my morning news report right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. Remembering John McCain. John McCain, Arizona Senator and Vietnam War hero, dies at 81. John McCain, a Vietnam War hero with more than 35 years of public service, became one of the most distinctive figures in modern American politics as a Maverick conservative who took delight in disruption, died Saturday at his home in Arizona. He was 81. Senator John McCain dies after a long battle with brain cancer. McCain's daughter, Megan, posted a tribute to her father on Twitter shortly after his death, saying she was with him at his end as he was with me at my beginning. My father is gone, and I miss him as only an adoring daughter can, she wrote. But in this loss and in this sorrow, I take comfort in this. John McCain, hero of the Republic, and to his little girl, wakes today to something more glorious than anything on this earth. Today, the warrior enters his true and eternal life. Now let's take a look at some memories of John McCain in New Hampshire. John McCain treasured relationships with New Hampshire after two memorable campaigns. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Adam Sexton.
Sharice, it is hard to overstate the impact Senator John McCain has had on the people and the political culture of New Hampshire, and how his time here truly reaffirmed everything the state believes is special about its approach to politics. Welcome to New Hampshire. John McCain may have been the senator from Arizona, but he earned a special place in the hearts of Granite Staters through two iconic New Hampshire primary campaigns. McCain's instant rapport with voters here started with his military service and time spent in captivity as a POW in Vietnam. It grew as people gravitated to his campaign style of town halls and straight talk.
The media says that character isn't important. Well, in New Hampshire, we're different. We say character is very important, and you have it, and we want you.
In the 2000 primary, McCain stunned the political establishment and frontrunner George W. Bush with a double-digit victory.
We started at 3%. Last July, we were 3%. Governor Bush was at 61%, but people were willing to look at us and look at me and hear the message. But win or lose the rest of this campaign, the greatest political experience of my life is right here in New Hampshire.
The campaign trail in 2008 was bumpier, full of highs and lows. McCain returned to New Hampshire to rescue his presidential bid and ran the only way he knew how, meeting the people, exchanging ideas, and just being himself. Like when a Concord High School student asked if, at 71, the senator was too old to be president.
Every campaign I've ever been in my life, I've out-campaigned all of my opponents, and I'm confident that I will. And thanks for the question, you little jerk.
In the end, he won again, the Maverick senator redeemed by a similarly independent-minded state. He forged a relationship McCain treasured for the rest of his days. He spoke with us about that connection in 2016.
You know, today I walked to Chick-fil-A, and there was a group of people there, and I said, "Hi, John. Hey, John. How are you, John?" You know, as if we just seen each other, yeah, as if it had never left. It's not, "Hi, Senator." It's not, you know, it's, "Hey, John." So I've established a kind of relationship that is unique and absolutely one of the most wonderful things in my life. My friends, you know, I'm past the age when I can claim the noun kid, no matter what adjective precedes it. But tonight, we sure showed them what a comeback looks like.
John McCain was 81 years old.
Okay, and there you go on that video from WMUR News 9, Adam Sexton. Now here is another memory. McCain used grassroots strategy in legendary New Hampshire primary wins. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Gene Mackin.
His political parade through New Hampshire's primary history is legendary.
Welcome to New Hampshire.
He came to the first in the nation state during the 2000 presidential election cycle, barely a blip in the polls compared to George W. Bush.
I run for President of the United States because I want to return our government back to whom it belongs, the people.
His strategy talked to veterans who knew his journey. Soon, more voters followed.
Thank you.
Into his signature town halls across the state.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you, and God bless, and welcome to our 115th town hall meeting here in New Hampshire.
His favorability skyrocketed. John McCain won the 2000 New Hampshire Republican primary.
The media says that character isn't important. Well, in New Hampshire, we're different. We say character is very important, and you have it, and we want you.
It was a different scene 2 presidential cycles later. His campaign hit political rock bottom, but he did not. He decided to go back to basics, back to one state to start again. We were there when he returned to New Hampshire. Arriving a few minutes late on a commercial flight from Detroit, Senator John McCain almost blended in with the other passengers. Senator McCain rallied his supporters. And again won the New Hampshire primary in 2008.
Past the age when I can claim the noun kid, no matter what adjective precedes it. But tonight, we sure showed them what a comeback looks like.
He did not win the White House, but he won over the place he called his second favorite state, where he always had a nod and a kind word, New Hampshire.
Win or lose the rest of this campaign, the greatest political experience of my life is right here in New Hampshire.
Gene Mackin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. In New Hampshire, congressional leaders react to Senator John McCain's passing. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Charisse LeClaire.
And we're also hearing from our own congressional delegation tonight. Senator Maggie Hassan tweeting, "As a colleague, I deeply appreciated his willingness to look for common ground and the determination and humor always sparkling in John's eyes. calling him an honorary Granite Stater. And Senator Jeanne Shaheen says the nation lost an American hero, saying a titan in the Senate, John never shied away from a tough debate and always stuck to his principles.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And all of us here at the Riley King Network send our thoughts and prayers with the McCain family. And that does it for my morning news report right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you back here later on today for another news report. Goodbye, everyone. Okay, and there you go on that. Remembering John McCain. Steve Marchand on taxes, fundraising, defeat, and running for governor. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9, Adam Sexton.
He's been in the governor's race for 18 months now, and he's hoping all of that work will pay off in about 2 weeks on primary election day. Steve Marchand is our guest this morning on Close Up. Thanks for being here, Steve.
Thank you very much.
So it's crunch time, Steve. Why do you think you're going to win on September 11th?
Well, first of all, the work that we've done, as you mentioned, over 18 months, over 300 meet and greet events, supporters in over 210 towns, over 30,000 people, likely Democratic primary voters we've identified definitively as supporters of ours on the 11th of September. That's pretty close to a win number, it turns out. So we believe strongly that the history of grassroots campaigning, this is the greatest grassroots effort in the history of New Hampshire statewide politics. Nobody's ever done it as long. I don't think anybody's ever done it as well. We've quantified it. We've got a message that I think it talks about the future. It is aspirational. It defines what it's going to mean to be a Democrat and a New Hampshireite and an American for the next generation. And that is such a perfect match for what the base of our party and a lot of people looking to figure out if this will be their party for the next 20 years. It is a perfect match for where they're at, and the response has been outstanding, and we're very confident that all that work will pay off because we see the numbers in black and white.
The Democrats want somebody who can unseat Governor Chris.
Okay, and there you go on that, some of that video. If you want to watch the whole video, we will share this link with you on the Riley King Network Facebook page. William Galvin on the record about Russia hacking. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
There are moments that define our future, where we plan new endeavors and create lifelong memories. You need a partner who knows a home is more than a house to make your dreams a reality. Envision Bank and Mortgage. See the difference.
For the Secretary of State, Bill Galvin. Question 3 and the last one on the OTR pop quiz this morning. Facebook has been hit hard by the election interference scandal. Political ads make up 1% of the social media site's revenue in 2014. That was back in 2014. So the question is, what's the estimate for digital ad spending this election cycle? We'll put some numbers on the screen. You can pick from those. 1.9 billion, 1 billion, $1.5 million.
I'd say B.
It's 1.9 billion.
Wow.
It's almost 2 billion. That's out of 8 billion that's expected to be
The
spent.
growth
So
there is just
it's
amazing.
just that part is really eye-opening. Yeah.
Back to Russian hacking. There have been numerous reports that election systems were hacked in the 2016 election. As Secretary of State, first of all, do you believe that it did happen? And what is our exposure this fall? Not necessarily just here in Massachusetts, but nationwide.
Well, it did happen, obviously. You even have the Republican president's own security advisor acknowledging that, and his Homeland Security Director is saying it happened and worrying about 2018. I think we're pretty secure. First of all, I want to clarify, we've always had people who have worked on making sure our system is secure. We're not on the internet. I've kept all of our voter information. That's one of the reasons we were not the subject of hacking before. But I can't say, well, we weren't before, we won't be again. So we've spent money, despite what you're hearing from my opponent, a significant amount of money for independent contractors and others